Hey everyone, Miss Cutrera here. Today we're going to be drawing Shadow from the new Sonic 3 movie. I'm definitely going to go see this with my son in the theater. It's going to be the full body version, so stay tuned for the advanced version. Here we go. All right, so guys, we have our materials. If you want to pause it to see the different colors, we have our markers and colored pencils. All of it is linked down below. So we're going to start off with our outline with our black marker. And remember, I did a light pencil underneath. So it's always good for you guys to start off with that light pencil. So we're going to do the forehead part of Shadow. And then coming around the back and then his ear. And then a little opening right there. So 2 triangles. And then the back of his head right here. And then his other ear. Another point. Now, Shadow is basically the opposite, you guys, as you know, of Sonic. So I think Sonic's hair goes down, then Shadow's hair goes up. And then obviously he's a different color. And I think he has different shoes, maybe different gloves, but they look pretty similar besides that. All right, so now we're gonna do his eyes. In this angle, we're only gonna do one eye. And then he has, of course, his angry face with a frown that we're gonna be adding. We just add some lines there, wrinkles. And then his nose. His nose is actually, I always mess it up because my marker is just a little too thick. And I think that looks pretty good. But I feel like it could have been a little smaller, but that's fine. All right, there his face, and then his frown. Notice how the frown goes kind of curve up, straight across, and then curve back down. All right, now his arm and his glove. So he's pretty basic, pretty simple, but there's a lot of detail in the gloves and the shoes. And this was a requested one for a lot of my students at my school. They really like Shadow, and it was way before the movie even came out, but I think the movie trailer has been out for a while. So for this one, I'm gonna be pushing the shadows and highlights, the detail. There's a cool reflection in his he has these gold rings on his wrists and his ankles, and I'm going to try to push that to make it look realistic by shining. So you could kind of say this is an easy drawing, but you could also say it's advanced. So it just depends if you're going to be making it more flat colors, more simple. Then this overall drawing is pretty easy because the outlines are pretty simple. But if you're going to be pushing it to my level, then it's almost an advance. So we'll just call it the easy one. Alright, so we just did his chest, then his body with his leg that's coming straight across. Now his leg that is on the other side of his glove, his fist, and that's an overlapping part. And then his shoe right here is what we're drawing. And then he has, like I said, that little gold ring that we just drew right there. Now we're doing his shoes. And his shoe kind of looks a little big right here, as well as the other shoe, just because the angle has the shoes closer. So it's going to be a little bigger. And then we're also going to add more detail in his shoes, which is going to look good because when things are closer, they're going to have more detail as well. All right. So you could always do basically copy mine, but you could leave out some of the details. Like for instance, see how the shoe on the right looks? It's just the main outlines, and there's not a lot of detail. So you can kind of keep it like that. But we're gonna go a little farther with the detail. All right, so his other leg, his shoe is kind of overlapping underneath, where the ring is overlapping on top. And then this is another angle of the shoe, so it's gonna look a little different. All right, coming around here. All right. He does look like he has futuristic shoes, almost like a basketball shoe. I wonder if they have... That would be cool if they made like a Nike or Adidas based off of Shadow shoes. I think it would look really cool. All right. And then the heel part, and this is where we're going to start adding some more details. So if you feel like you like this part so far, you don't have to do more if you don't want to, but like I said, we're going to push it. And this is a pretty quick video, so it's not too much in detail. We're actually going to do a harder version of Shadow with more of his face and get a lot of his hair and details of the texture and all that, so stay tuned for that one. And I'm excited for this one too. I'm going to be using our white paint marker for the lightning around Shadow, and the next one's going to have even more lightning. The supercharged lightning. And as you practice with me, it's going to get better and better. So I guarantee you the next Shadow that will be coming out in a few days is going to look even better than this one, just because this is almost like a practice, our first one, and then we're doing our second one. And I'm trying to perfect the glowing shadow or the glowing lightning effect. All right, so then we just did his other fist over there, overlapping the other side. Now we're gonna get a Sharpie that's even finer for his eye and his pupil. And then we're gonna do a fast forward, and we're gonna do a lot of coloring. This is gonna take me a long time, so I'll talk to you guys after the few minutes of fast forwarding to tell you what I did. All right, I'll see you guys then.
We about to turn it on. We about to turn it on. We about to turn it on.
Okay, so as we're finishing up, let's talk about the process. This one took me a little longer than normal. It took me over an hour to color because I was doing a lot of layering. So I first did, like always, all the base coats. Then I built up the layers. Now, one thing that took me a long time is the lightning. So the way I did the lightning was I did white and yellow very lightly in the middle and the main part of the lightning, and then I push a little bit harder for the orange on the outside and a little bit on the inside, and then the red on the very outside of the lightning. And then finally I got my white paint marker and did white on the inside. And then before I did the white paint marker though, I did do some of the colored pencil, like the orange and a little bit of red to make a glowing effect on his hair, and that just put it all together. So thanks so much guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time for the advanced version. Peace out.
About to turn it up.